Welcome to Anime Out of Context, a comedy review show hosted by a basement dweller who grew up scrounging terrible fan subs on sketchy websites prior to the convenience of modern streaming, alongside a willfully ignorant soul whose only knowledge of anime comes from the shows forced upon him here. This show will contain spoilers, incorrect information, and copious amounts of adult language. Our hosts are not experts on any topic, and everything they say should be taken with a grain of salt. Thank you for listening, and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Anime Out of Context, the show where I attempt to explain the sometimes weird, sometimes wonderful, but always hilarious world of anime.
And I stand with Bidoof.
I'm Shaun Rollins.
I'm Remington Chase.
I'm just gonna, we said it in the pre-branch, I'm gonna reiterate it now. If you haven't seen it, go watch Bidoof's Big Stand. It'll make you so happy. It is so good. It's wonderful.
It'd be great if this was like a natural transition into like, oh, we're doing a Pokemon episode this week. But I have to imagine that that's wildly unlikely.
Yeah, no, we're not doing Pokemon today. Like, it would be such a bonkers coincidence because you did decide to do a Pokemon quiz for the pre-banter, which is, it's all good, all a bit of fun. And then we're talking about Bidoof's Big Stand, because, like, how can we not? But yeah, no, that'd be so fucking buck wild if the show I prepared was Pokemon. And I'm definitely not scratching out my notes and throwing it away just so that you don't see them. That's definitely not happening right now. But no, Rem, I actually do have something kind of interesting for you today. Something unexpected. Because, Rem, you're still in the thick of moving right now.
Yes. So last week I started really like packing in everything. I am like about to move. Literally at the time of recording, I start moving tomorrow.
Yep.
Like we start the move properly in literally 24 hours from recording. So, it's a little bit chaotic. But hey, look, many content creators, they'd be like, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to take a week or two off, right? Be responsible. Not this dumb fuck. No, sirree.
Also, we don't have enough of a backlog to make that reasonable.
No, we are committed. We are here, goddammit, for all of your weekly anime bullshit needs.
Yep. And Remington, and because I am a generous god, I am being kind to you and giving you only 3 episodes per week until we get your moving situation taken care of.
Thank God.
Because, like, come on, man. I can't force you into that situation because what kind of cruel, heartless individual would give somebody an assignment when they're so short and pressed for time? Like, surely making someone watch a whole season of something while they're in the middle of a very hectic time of their life would just be a cruel and unusual punishment. Right, Rem?
See, you're throwing shade at me for last year's April Fools, but you're also throwing shade at yourself for previous instances that you've done that to me. Dual shade.
Yes, but I feel like your offense was a bit more prominent because I was a broken man throughout most of that. But that's besides the point. Not Rem. That was then. This is now. I'm being a good guy. I'm being a good friend. And because of that, Rem, I've got a very straightforward show for you today.
All right.
Last week it was confusing, right? Confusing in a way that you wouldn't have expected.
We've had a couple of confusing weeks for very different reasons, but there's been some weird ones.
Yeah, and I figured the best way to kind of change the flavor, mix up the palate a little bit, would be to give you something easy and straightforward. Because, like, Rem, I feel like if I tried to explain this anime to you, you would say, hey, Shaun, why are you wasting your time? Let's go watch it.
Okay.
Simply due to the fact of how straightforward it is.
Well, I guess I'll just front-load that question. Why are you about to waste everyone's time? Why don't we just go watch it?
Well, Rem, we have a format. We have a format. We've been sticking to it for 5 years, and I am a creature of habit. Once I get in a habit, it's hard for me to break said habit. So, and we gotta get some goofs in. We gotta get some goofs.
All right.
If we don't have some early goofs, then no, people are gonna turn this off,
All right, I have
They're gonna
goofs
listen to
at
us
the
talk
ready.
about the doof, and that's it. Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
You do?
Yeah. But we have to start talking about it first. I can't just unleash rampant goofs.
You can't whip out your goofs unprompted. You gotta have a prelude to the goof. I understand.
Exactly.
I understand. Okay, Rem. Well, today, Rem, we are going to be talking about an anime that was made by none other than Toei. You familiar with Toei, Rem?
Yes. Not. I don't remember what they do, but I've seen their name multiple times.
Yeah, you've probably seen their logo. That's like a smiling cat wearing a hat.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they are one of the biggest and longest running anime studios in existence. They're the fellas who made, well, I say the fellas who made, they are the people who adapted, rather, such anime as One Piece, Dragon Ball, Fist of the North Star, Sailor Moon, all those big names in, old school shonen and shoujo.
All right. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Right? And today, we're going to be talking about one of their shows because, as far as my recollection goes, I don't think we've ever covered a Toei anime. We've been doing, aside from Fist of the North Star, which I feel like barely counts.
Yeah.
Because, that was so far outside the realm of what Toei is known for that it's like, if you walked up to someone on the street who knew a thing or two about anime and be like, hey, what studio made Fist of the North Star? They would probably not be able to guess.
I feel like their response would probably be, what?
Yeah, no. Coming soon, a series where I walk around downtown Salt Lake asking people about anime and get repeatedly told to fuck off.
I'm just imagining you coming up to some missionaries being like, hey, would you boys like to talk about some anime? And then they're just like straight up, fuck off, weeb. That's a good mental image in my mind.
I would love to get that on camera as well.
That'd be beautiful.
Holy shit. That would be so good. But man, would the church come down on our asses. We would have made a political enemy of the state, and that's not great for an anime.
We'd have to move out of Utah.
Oh no, we have to move out of Utah.
I'm already moving right now, though. Like, I'm already.
Yeah.
Man.
You don't want to move immediately after having to move?
Nah. It's
especially not the more painful move of having to abandon a state entirely.
Yeah, moving is pretty fucked right now.
Yeah, nah. It ain't great.
Would not recommend.
Great. No. But no, Rem. Toei Animation. They have been around since fucking January of 1948.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and they haven't been fully recognized as Toei Animation in like 1956, give or take. So this is old anime money right here. Like it's about as classic as it gets, really. And with that in mind, you're probably thinking to yourself, now wait a minute, Shaun. Most old anime have pretty slow starts and take a while to really get going. So how could you have picked one that only has 3 episodes to show Rem? Aren't you gonna piss off the fans of this said show? And I thought to myself, oh man, probably. But
good old Shaun embracing the fuck them weebs mentality.
Look, man, as a proud member of the anime-loving community...
And the Turtle Club.
Look, okay, listen here.
What? I'm listing your I'm listing your credentials.
My credentials are not what are important here. The point is sometimes you need to curb people's expectations. And sometimes a classic show doesn't need as many episodes of an introduction as you think it does. And I think this anime we're talking about today is the prime example of that. Because, Rem, the anime we're going to be watching today is none other than Digimon Digital Monsters.
Holy shit!
Yeah!
Oh my god!
One of the first major isekais to come over stateside.
Oh my god, it is an isekai.
Yeah! Oh man, it's one of the earliest ones too, bud. Like, in terms of, like, American culture, 100%. Because, Rem, do you know what year Digimon first aired?
Oh, God. Was it around the new millennium?
Yes, you are correct. It was, in fact, spring of 1999.
God damn.
Yeah, my guy.
I used to quite enjoy the Digimon games. There was one
yeah.
in particular that you could train them up, and they would and you could take care of them. They would eventually die. Not talking about like the hand. I'm talking about like probably PlayStation. You also would have to clean their shit a lot, and if you didn't, then they would digivolve into the shit Digimon.
Fucking what? Really?
Yeah. If you didn't clean up their shit, then they would turn into shit. Which that's a bold choice.
That is a very bold choice.
I never got any of the cool Digi evolutions because I was like 5 and didn't know how the fucking game worked. I was just very confused.
Right.
Like little like 5 to 7-year-old Remington being like, I don't understand. And anytime me or my older brother, anytime we would get a cool Digi evolution, we'd be like, oh fuck yeah, and then it would die soon. And we'd be like,
It's
well,
like the worst Tamagotchi. It gets your hopes up and then it dies.
Yeah. Which, of course, there were also the little handheld Tamagotchi version of Digimon. Calling them the Tamagotchi version, I understand. Like, some people will be angry at that. Don't worry, I understand. I know, I get it.
Yep. No, we know. Like, hey, we grew up in the peak of Digimon popularity.
But let me say right now, when it comes to, I don't even know what those are called. What are those called? The little Tamagotchi, like virtual pet things, but specifically Tamagotchi or Digimon, where there was the little egg with a screen.
The little egg. I know what the actual device is called in the anime, and I assume the like toy version was probably called that. They were called Digivices.
But
which sounds like you're describing porn, really. It's like, that's one of my digital vices right there.
I'm gonna say it, y'all. Tamagotchi was more fun.
Oh, man. Oh, that's a bold claim, Remington.
Don't get me wrong,
almost like
the Digimon games, once they actually like became proper games, they were fine, but that's like a virtual pet simulator with 2 buttons. Nah.
I mean, Rem, it's almost like they were piggybacking off of the idea of the Tamagotchi, thinking, hey, kids will like this since it's Digimon themed. And guess which one is still remembered to this day rather than the other?
Which came first?
Tamagotchi or Digimon? I'm fairly certain Tamagotchi came first. I could be mistaken, though. Let me... Tamagotchi... 1996. So, yep, Tamagotchi came first. And Tamagotchis had 3 buttons. So that tells you a lot.
All right,
apparently
so
they're still making Tamagotchis as well.
With Digimon, is this the first Digimon that we're watching?
Oh, 100%. We're talking the 1999 anime.
I watched some of this one, but I didn't really start watching Digimon until you had the T-Rex dragon thing.
The T-Rex dragon.
Yeah, it was red.
Okay.
One sec, I'll be able to find it.
I mean...
Yeah, Gilmon.
Sorry, which mon?
Gilmon? I don't fucking know, dude. It's a weird one. He digivolves into Growlmon.
Oh, God. Yeah, no, that was like the second generation of like Digimon, if I remember correctly.
Okay, yeah, that's the one that's my Digimon.
That was from oh god, what was the name of that one? Digimon Tamers, maybe? Was it Digimon Tamers?
Who the fuck?
Yes, it was Digimon Tamers.
I'm now looking at War Growlmon, who is just an abomination upon man and god.
Oh, Rem, here's the thing. Digi evolutions don't make any fucking sense after a certain point.
Going?
Oh, they will never stop, Rem. Like, Pokemon evolutions make fucking sense in the grand scheme of things. Digi evolutions, fucking, like, one evolution will be a big mechanical monster, the next one will be a pretty lady.
Yeah, because it's also, like, a huge tree that's a fucking mess.
And don't look up Skullgreymon, it'll give you fucking nightmares. Oh my god, I holy shit. Blast from the past, I had a War Growlmon action figure back in the day. Holy shit. That awoken a memory in my skull.
All right, well, let's finish it up. We're just gonna keep reminiscing.
Yeah, no.
It's Digimon.
So, Ram, what do you remember? What is Digimon? What do you remember Digimon being?
It is virtual Pokemon, but then they get sucked into the world And in the first series, there were these like black pillars rising up everywhere, like, I don't know, corrupting the Digiverse or something. And they have to go and shut them down, right? Good old Code Lyoko style. And
Oh, God. Don't bring that into this.
they have to like shut them down, and there are a bunch of like preteens and stuff, all with their own partners, and some get better ones than others.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I mean, you basically got it, but it's actually even simpler than that, Rem. Digimon Adventure, or Digimon Digital Monsters, as is called here side, is simply about a group of 7 children that went to summer camp. Snow started falling, they found some strange devices, and then they woke up in another world, and they all had a partner digital monster creature that was their only hope of protecting them, and they are essentially exploring and trying to figure out what the hell is going on, as well as hopefully trying to find a way to get back home. That's the plot.
You know who my Digimon partner is?
Who's that, Rem?
Badufamon.
Weirdly, very sexy lady Digimon.
Yeah,
Don't know why.
It's not what you'd expect, because why the fuck would it be?
No, like, Rem, I shit you not. There is a, there's a Digimon, that is basically a spooky ghost, and its DG evolution is it gets a hat.
Oddly enough, also Shaun Rollins' Digi-evolution.
Yeah, every time you see me wearing a hat, that just means I've Digivolved. That's it. Oh, God, I wish I could remember the name of it so I could send it to you and show you, but I'll figure that out after we're done recording. But yeah, no, Rem, that's the premise, and as they are going through this adventure, they find out that through various circumstances, their partners can, quote-unquote, evolve into more powerful forms. And they use these forms to protect themselves, as also develop as characters.
Here are the ones I remember from the first series. There is a T-Rex dragon. There always needs to be a T-Rex dragon. Then
Arugamon.
There is Plant. Then
Plant.
then there is
Agumon was the first one. Plant you're thinking of is Palmon.
Then there's Tiger Wolf. That
Tiger Wolf
starts out in this weird, awkward. Who the fuck
guy
knows?
With the single horn.
Yeah, he's a weirdo.
Yeah, that's Gabumon.
Then there is Yellow Puffball. Then there is Cat.
That's probably Patamon. Yep, that's Gatomon.
And those are the ones I remember offhand.
Well, you only missed 3 of them, so that's not
Honestly,
bad.
I'll take it.
7. Yeah, no, there's also Gomamon, who's like a weird fucked up seal.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Then there's Tentamon, who's a little beetle bug.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
And then there's Biomon, who is a board. It's a bird that turns into a weirdly pretty lady, if I recall correctly.
I remember their Digi-evolution. I don't remember them.
Yep.
Because they turn into like angels.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I do remember that one. All right, well, let's do this shit.
Yeah, no, let's just go straight into it, because, I mean, like I said, if you know what Digimon is, you're good. And if you were born after the year 2000, you're probably wondering what the fuck we're talking about. You'll learn. So without further ado, let's go straight into it. Let's go watch some Digimon Adventure. Do you remember the one time that Arnold died in Magic School Bus?
Yeah, that was badass.
Germans aren't exclusively Nazis, Rem.
If Joey Wheeler from the original series created Pokemon, that's what Digimon is.
And we are back after watching 3 whole episodes of the 1999 hit anime Digimon Adventure. Now, a lot of people are going to be asking me, hey Shaun, why didn't you just show Remington the movie? Well, there's a simple answer to that. I actually kind of just wanted to Rem have the exact same experience I did back in the day, which was seeing the show in a fairly random order on Saturday morning cartoons. And I felt like they never showed the movie, or if they did, I never got the chance to watch it. So really, it was just like a self-indulgent decision to just, have him start from the beginning, from what I remember to be the beginning.
Yep.
So yeah.
And Shaun, you know when like you have memories of something, right? You remember something, and it's like one of the classics. You go back, you watch it, and you're like, oh, I understand why this is a classic. Or like you've heard a lot about something, you finally get around to seeing it, and you're like, oh, I get it. I understand the hype.
Right.
This is not one of those.
Oh no!
Look. Let me say right off the bat, I understand that it gets better later, and it's actually pretty true in this case. Though also, with me knowing, like, look, guys, I also enjoyed Digimon when I was young, right? And I know that it gets more impactful, a little less formulaic, though still that lingers. It has some drama and whatnot, right? I know it has these things. Okay, I get it.
Right.
Even with my knowledge of that, it's not worth it.
What do you mean, Remington?
If you're like, oh, Digimon, it's oh man, it's not a Pokemon clone. It has like proper drama between the characters. Things can get intense sometimes. Look at all the crazy characters. It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a long time. There's so many better options.
Okay, rough estimate then. How long do you think that'll take, Rem? How long do you think? How many episodes do you think before it starts getting...
Well, because I know that season 1, isn't that like 50-something episodes?
Oh, 54.
I think that it would take minimum like 20 episodes for it to become not actively bad.
Ooh.
That's this kind of minimum I'm working with. Which is too much. That's too much. It's too much time to spend. But also, you could just, if you were like really invested, you're like, hey, for some reason, I need to get into Digimon. It's life or death.
Life or death or Digimon. What are the choices?
First of all, death or Digimon, I don't know.
You don't know.
On the fence.
Don't know.
Like, I would almost certainly choose Digimon, but it wouldn't be an immediate choice, you know?
You would have to think about it. You'd have to take a second and be like, no, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh.
Let's consider.
Yeah, okay, I guess Digimon. Like, that's how it would be. It would not be enthusiastically choosing Digimon. But, if it's life or death, you have to watch Digimon. Just start halfway through season 1. Or, there's... One sec. There's 100% has to be like a popular abridged series, right?
For Digimon? I'm sure it's been done, but I can't think of a popular one off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I Googled it, found one. First episode has 1.8 million views from the Schmuck Squad or some shit. Or is that who made... I don't know if the Schmuck Squad made the abridged or if they made the playlist, nor do I really care, if I'm being honest. That's the extent of my fact checking.
Look, I'll tell you right now, Rem, like in the mid 2010 era, there was a lot of people making abridged series. Whether or not they actually went anywhere though, oh, wait a minute, that was only 6 years ago.
Hey, when it comes to, like, going anywhere, let me assure you, even if the abridged series doesn't, that just means it's being faithful to the material. Let's talk about Digimon, shall we? So, Digimon opens up with a nice PSA on the effects of climate change, which, nice ecologically focused show.
I mean, it was the 90s, my dude. Literally, turn of the century, year 2000, like, that's peak Saturday morning cartoon plus environmental messaging.
Yep. So basically the world is just very casually ending. But don't worry, our protagonists are at camp, so they don't know nor care until it starts snowing. and then a portal opens up, and it shoots some digital devices. Perhaps we shall call them digivices at all the children, right? And then they fall into water, which is another portal. I don't know why it took 2 portals. Like, I feel like they should have just
stuck with the one.
Yeah, I feel like they could have just fallen into one and been like, oh, what's this object in my hand? You know, like, I don't know why it was like one portal to give them the stuff and then one portal to take them away. It's just inefficient portal making.
Yeah, I would say so, but I think it could have something to do with the idea of, yes, worlds are collapsing and things are unstable. Here's the thing, and here's the best way to get you guys into a proper situation, because you can't just drop kids over concrete. That would be bad. That would be a bad
the only
time.
way we can save both the digital world and the real world is by a handful of messy as fuck preteens. It's the only way. It's the only thing they can do.
I mean, isn't that just most young adult fiction?
It is. Some hide it better than others. Some...
Yeah. You gotta have that team of spunky young people to solve all of the problems that the adults should be figuring out, but for whatever reason, are not.
Also, I should note, this is very specifically, I watched Digimon Adventure, not Digimon Digital Monster. What's the difference? I watched the dub. The sub is hard to find, and I don't know why.
Yeah. So you watch Digimon Digital Monsters rather than Digimon Adventure.
Sure, fuck it. I don't know which one's which.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I feel
sure
like
the
Digimon
original
Adventure
is
is the original. I feel like I watched Digimon Adventure. I'm gonna fact check your ass.
Because I'm pretty sure, like, that's the localization as Digital Monsters, yeah.
Fuck! Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, of course I'm right! I have the information right in front of me! What are you talking about? Yeah, no, just because you watched the dub doesn't mean that you watched a different show, my dude.
Anyway,
it was fucking localization, my guy.
Oh, so I watched the dub. Don't yell at me for that. It's fine. But second of all, you know what's less fine? The goddamn voice acting.
Oh no, it's not good.
I know
it is not. Like the dub. Look, man. Look, it took. God, who did the dub for this? It wasn't 4Kids, was it? I don't think it was. I probably should have had that in my notes, but I apparently don't. Probably because I, for whatever reason, expected you to find the sub somewhere, but I guess not. That's okay too.
The sub was surprising. Look, it's not like I did a super deep dive, but when I looked, it was like, here's multiple options for the dub. Good luck on the sub. And I was like, well, that's made my decision for me. Nonetheless, it was reminiscent of like Magic School Bus voice acting and animation, if not a little worse.
Same era.
Oh, yes, yeah. Look, this ain't a timeless show. You ain't gonna go back, watch Digimon Adventure, and be like, oh, wow, I can't believe it. This was made in the 90s? You'll be like, yeah.
It's like, oh man, guess what time period this was made? 1999? You nailed it in one.
Yeah, it's so everything, the character designs, the voice acting, the animation quality, just all of it. It's very apparent. And something else that's apparent is definitely from the 90s, the OP, the intro song, Digimon, Digital Monsters, Digimon are the champions. Look,
I mean
here's a hot take, Shaun.
That was a dub. That was a dub thing.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Here's a hot take.
Yep.
So the Digimon theme is really bad, but also still somehow a bop. Possibly the worst song to also be a bop?
I mean, considering this is coming from the man who has unironically listened to Kids Bop tracks, I feel like your opinion is a little...
Let's Kids Bopify Digimon. Come on, baby. It's about time.
I don't think we want that.
I've had the theme song stuck in my head for days.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's deeply
not good.
ingrained into our... No.
One sec. Let me see. I'm gonna be generous and count Digimon and digital monsters as 3 words. Those are 3 completely different words, unrelated to each other. There's about 13 different words in the into the song, including into, to, the, are. The vast majority of the song is some iteration of Digimon, digital monsters, or the word champions. So
yes. But it was such like a 90s, like early 2000s earworm that it was repeated so much that it did just straight up brainwash a generation. Like, I feel like that's the situation that happened.
An earnest question.
Okay.
Which it's 2 questions. Which is the better song and which is the better bop, right? The Digimon main theme or the Pokey rap?
I think I'm gonna give both to the Pokey rap. Mostly because it is just the names of the Pokemon, but at least there's like more than 10 words.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're probably justified. Nonetheless, both of those are both the Pokey rap and the Digimon theme getting added to my playlist, to my sex playlist.
Oh God, don't
look forward to that next time, Shaun.
Oi, hold on, do not put that into the lore. Like, our digital footprint is fucked as is, Rem. Like, I don't think we need that. Fuck me running. By the way, I found it, the studio that dubbed it was, oh God. Oh God, Rem. Oh, I don't want to be on this anymore. Hey, Rem, I found the dubbing studio. It was a studio called Studiopolis. Yeah. They were competing with 4Kids. They didn't do a good job. Yeah. Oh, they're still around, though, apparently. Interesting. You're still laughing at your joke, aren't you? It's so cursed is what it is, sir. It is so cursed. Like, you have poisoned people's ears with that. Much like the Digimon opening theme, people will have a hard time fucking forgetting that.
Shaun, that? What it reminds me of? What? I promise we'll get back to Digimon probably.
Christ Almighty.
Are you familiar with, like, there was a terrible sex song that was memed on?
Yes, I'm familiar. I can't remember the name of it, but I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Dylan, could you add just like 3 seconds of the song right now so people understand?
Fuck no.
At first, I was about to reprimand you, be like, no, we don't want copyright people coming after us. But then again, who the fuck is gonna lay claim to this song? It's not even a song, really. It's like a series of weird non-rhythmic sounds that I guess you. It's bad. It's
now
bad.
Imagine all the memes with that surrounded that, but instead it's Digimon, digital monster, Digimon.
Okay, like, see, now that you've brought it up, that's a better sex song. It's true. That meme because it has a rhythm.
Shaun approves of our new sex song.
Do not turn this heinous crap on me. No, that's our song.
It's gonna play on our anniversary. Alright, Digimon.
It still wouldn't be a good song to have sex to, though, Rem. Because, like, if you think about it, think about the rhythm of things, okay? Just for a second, think about the rhythm of things. You're starting off with Digimon, digital monsters, da-da-da-da-da-da, and then you restart.
Yeah, you gotta, and at the end you gotta double thrust. Champions, that's the double thrust.
And then you gotta restart from ground zero. Like, it'd be the most arrhythmic thing that ever. Like, it's got a rhythm to it, but the rhythm is bad.
Very quickly, like, right as you get into that rhythm, it goes, change into digital champions. Right, and it completely fucks up the rhythm. Completely. To save the digital world. And that's when you hit him with the twist.
No! Oh, God! We've heard the explicit tag this time, folks. Oh, God. Let's talk about the show before I have a fucking aneurysm, Rem. Oh, God.
Oh my god, this is a great episode. All right, so in the first episode of Digimon, we get introduced to Tai, Sora, Matt, Izzy, Mimi, TK, and Joe, which is quite a bit.
Right.
Quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you want to know something funny, Rem?
Yeah.
Only one of the... Wait, give me the full lineup again real quick.
Tai, Sora, Matt, Izzy, Mimi, TK, Joe.
Okay, only 2 of those have their original Japanese names.
Yeah.
And that's Mimi and Sora. Everybody else had, like, the really weird localization.
But don't
which
worry.
is weird because Tai is Taichi. That's his name. And it's like, no, we can't have that extra word. Sounds too
fucking got him.
foreign. Gotta change it.
Yep.
Yeah, because in order, that's Taichi, Yamato, Hikari, Takeru, Mimi, Koshiro, and Sora. Those are the actual characters' names. And they're like, ooh, man, you get 2.
You get 2, yeah.
Because they sound close enough to American names.
Yeah. But don't worry, that's not all, because we also meet Koromon, Motomon, Quagamon, Yokomon, Tokomon, Tsunamon, Bukamon, Tanamon, so and then a Digivolve into basically all the mons I said, just add a new one. I'm not gonna keep track of them. Jesus fucking Christ. Digimon, how do you expect me to remember all that?
Hey, I can almost guarantee you that if we were back in the day when we were really into Digimon, we would have no problems. We would have no problems remembering every single aspect and be like, oh yeah, obviously Tailmon and Tentamon, 2 very different characters. One's a weird cat thing, the other's a bug boy.
That's 22 different names.
Hey, but it's easy because half of them end in Mon.
I think that makes it significantly harder. Alright, Shaun. Pop fucking quiz.
Okay.
Alright, Izzy, they're Digimon when they first meet them.
Yep.
Go.
That's Tentamon.
No, that's Motomon when they first meet them.
Oh, right.
What a fool.
Before they evolve into their first form.
What a fool you are, Shaun. What a fool.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the baby forms. Oh, no. I remembered, the form they spent the most time in. Oh, how silly of me.
Oh, but that's not how we're fucking introduced to them. Oh, no. That'd be a great idea.
You get the egg and then you get the baby.
As soon as you think you know their names, they're gone. They're done. To give a little intro on the protagonists, all the humans, they're given a trait apiece. So Tai is the protagonist. Sora is does she have anything? Is there any quality about her?
I mean,
like, everybody else was at least given something. I don't know if and what Sora was given.
She's the tomboyish one, I think.
Sure.
Yeah, she's like not as girly as the others.
Matt is cool. Izzy is a nerd. Mimi likes pink. TK is young. Joe is a buzzkill. And that's all you get. The characters are not displayed well, at least in the first 3 episodes. I know some of you are like, oh my god. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, careful, bud. You're treading very dangerous ground. These are children.
And so people are going to be like, oh, but my man, Matt, I wanted to be him on the playground. Sure, you were 5, bud. He was sleeveless, that's all, and had gloves. That's all it takes.
I mean, to be fair, he was cool.
Meanwhile, TK, at one point, he has the iconic line, "I'm not as small as I look," which I don't know what the fuck that means.
Yeah, like, Rem, you're gonna find some weird... Like, the things they decided to put in the dub, it's a early 2000s dub, right? So you're gonna have weird adaptations of characterizations, which is strange. It is strange. Oh, and I also did just realize that Joe's name in Japanese is also Joe, but with a U. So, like a proper Japanese spelling, they're just like, let's turn that into an E. Let's turn that into
there
an
you
E.
go. But yeah, episode 1, they all arrive and they get attacked by Big Red Beetle, Quagamon. And they're able to escape him. Episode 2, we get endless exposition dump. They also start setting up, the formula for, I have to imagine, the next 5 or 6 episodes after, as well as setting up a recurring theme, which is somebody and their Digimon will say something, right? So it's all the Digimon at one point go into battle, okay?
Okay.
Then you have Tai, he tells his Digimon, oh no, be careful. And then you have Sora and her Digimon, watch out. And then you have Matt and his Digimon, it's dangerous. And then you have Izzy and his Digimon, you gotta be careful. And then you have Mimi and her Digimon, it's getting old. Yeah, I'm gonna keep fucking going till Joe. Izzy and Mimi and her Digimon are like, oh no. TK and his Digimon, be safe. Joe and his Digimon, I can't look. It's just the same thing repeated like in 7 different ways because they had a budget of $2. It hurts. It hurts. And that happens in almost every interaction they have as a team. It's really rough. It's rough. Also, Joe, he's a little bitch. Do not like Joe.
Do not like Joe.
No, I like some nerdy characters. Just look at who I'm with right now. Love you, Shaun.
Boy.
I'm expressing how favorable you are. Joe is not a lovable, nerdy kind of guy. He's to keep with the Magic School Bus references, who was the buzzkill on that? Was it like Arthur or some shit? Who the fuck was it?
That'd be Arnold, I'm pretty sure.
Arnold! Yeah, fuck Arnold. Joe is Arnold, and just as annoying. Fuck those characters. We're all here for an adventure and a good time. You can be reluctant, but don't be a buzzkill.
Do you remember the one time that Arnold died in Magic School Bus? That was
yeah, that was badass.
Badass. I don't know if badass is the right phrasing. He took his helmet off on Pluto and his head froze.
Fucking heavy metal, dude. Also, I do like that one of the main ways that Digimon differentiates itself from Pokemon, when Pokemon evolve, right, it's just like, oh, a little bit better, a little bigger, a little bit better, a little bigger, right, etc. When Digimon evolve, it's like they're a baby, then they're your companion, and then they are a monstrous abomination, and then they are God itself. And that's...
Yeah, hey, Rem, if you think that's the normal pattern, I got some bad news for you. That's the average pattern. Rem, there's a Digimon out there who starts off as a ghost, and when it digivolves, it gets a hat.
Yeah, exactly. It fits the pattern perfect.
Oh, yes. From monster to god, all you need is a hat.
And then, how every episode is going to work from now to the foreseeable future until everybody gets a thing. You'll have one of the humans get in a tough spot, and then their Digimon will digivolve and save them. That's it. So those are the 3 episodes we saw. Oh, but Remington, you didn't even discuss episode 3. I assure you, I did.
Rem, hey Rem, will you come to my defense here? People are gonna be like, well, why didn't you show him at least 8 episodes?
I watched 8 episodes.
You're just gonna straight up lie to them?
I'm not lying! Look, if you were to ask me what happened, Remington, in episode 4, I would be able to give you the answer.
Okay, Rem, what happened in episode 4?
Alright, episode 4. They're trying to understand what's going on in this crazy, weird world, alright? And so they start exploring a little bit more. Oh, but then they find something anachronistic. That's not supposed to be there. They go, look, there's some minor conflict amidst the group, but nothing too serious, nothing you need to worry about. All of a sudden, a big Digimon shows up and starts fucking shit up. Oh no, they've captured one of our protagonists. Don't worry though, their new companion and their Digimon is going to Digivolve, and they're going to save the day, and we all learn a valuable lesson. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Well, you missed a very important detail, Rem.
Oh, I'm sorry, what did I miss?
In episode 4, they find Digimon with black gear that controls them brain-wise. There you go. Otherwise, I feel like you kind of nailed it. Okay, here's a guess. Which Digimon is it that gets the spotlight? That one.
I mean, first of all, I just want to point out, doesn't really matter which one it is. But obviously I know, right?
Okay.
So the first one, obviously, it had to be Tai. The second one,
Right.
It was Matt and whatever the fuck he has. I don't even know how to describe his. Like, Tai, obviously, he's like, oh, T-Rex. Cool, awesome. Gotcha. Matt, who the fuck knows?
I mean, its evolutions make way more sense because it's like a wolf type of thing.
Yeah.
Like a wolf-tiger thing. But Gabumon as a base form it's a weird, like, to use a D&D monster, it reminds me of like an Almirage, but carnivorous. So like picture a rabbit, right? With a unicorn horn, and then rather than like rabbit, like give it like claws and sharp teeth.
So I'm gonna say it's going to be one of the characters that they placed a minor amount of emphasis on. I think that's Sora. I think episode 4 is Sora's episode.
Oh, you think it's Sora and...
I don't even remember which one is hers, but whatever one she has.
I'm pretty sure Sora had Gatomon, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember off the top of my head. Hold on. Give me a second. I have the power of God and anime on my side. Yeah, no, it is Sora. It is 100% Sora. Yeah, it's Sora and Biomon. Whoops. Yeah, nah, it's the bird. It's Sora and the bird. Bird, you'll never guess. Turns into a bigger bird.
Oh, crazy.
But like a wildly different bird? Like a bird with teeth. Like, it goes from like a cute little like pink anthropomorphic little bird thing and turns into a giant like phoenix monstrosity hybrid with scraggly awful teeth.
Hell yeah.
Like, I'm gonna say it, kind of a disturbing design to give to a child. Like,
but that's like the thing with Digimon is sometimes it'll be like, oh, cute, friendly. Other times it's like, oh, an eldritch monstrosity. Cool.
like look at that thing, Rem.
Moltres.
It is a fucked up Moltres. Like, that is, like, there's something not right with that Moltres. And I think it's sick. It needs to go to the vet. The Poke Center, if you will. And that's its anime appearance. It's why it got teeth. Why it got teeth.
And, like, it's not just that it has teeth. It has teeth
on the outside of its mouth.
Yeah.
Because it's got, like, a duck beak, right? And then teeth. Lots of teeths. I don't like. Me not like. Not for me. Not my cuppa.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So ultimately, Rem, you're saying that if someone was to go out and watch Digimon Adventure, they should just skip the first half?
Once again, if it's life or death, I would first recommend, like, just don't.
Okay.
But if you gotta, skip the first half.
Man. I mean, there are 54 episodes, and hey, spoiler alert, Rem.
Skipping the first half may not be enough.
But spoiler alert, Rem, they do actually return home by episode 54, so...
Cool. I don't give a damn.
I mean, I think they go back at some point, but... episode 54, yeah, no. Because you have to remember, Rem, they released an episode a week from 1999 all the way till March of 2000.
It's insane.
Yeah, because back in the day, it's like, man, you gotta have a new episode every week, otherwise it's bad, and Toei have not given up on that, because that's still how they do One Piece, and it's for much to the detriment of the show, unfortunately.
It's too much, man. Also, I another critique look, Pokemon was always going to be more popular than Digimon
Oh yeah, 100%.
because
I mean,
Pokemon,
Digimon came out well after Pokemon.
you have a nice little line. You're like, all right, cool. This is how it goes. Digimon, you have to create a fucking flow chart to understand all the connections and different forms, and then this can digivolve into this, that, or that. Each one is like a 6 Digi-evolution line that has 4 options at every step. You gotta calm down. You gotta chill. Look, some of the designs are cool. None of the designs make sense together. What world are we creating?
Ghost with a hat.
Like, there wasn't like, oh, these are the kind of creatures we're making. It was like, fuck it, now we got this. Like, this is Pokemon created by someone living in the world of original Yu-Gi-Oh! Right?
Oh,
where it just fucking everything goes. Right? So it's a if Joey Wheeler from the original series created Pokemon, that's what Digimon is.
Oh, God. Dub Joey. Oh, you said Joey Wheeler, so I guess you do mean Dub Joey.
Hey, you!
Check out my new character. It's like a T-Rex, but made of metal. I know I've got cards like that, but this one's different because it shoots rockets. That's a real Digimon, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
That's a real Digimon. And it transforms into, basically like a Super Sentai deity. Yeah, it's weird, but I love him. God, it is kind of OC run amok, isn't it? It really is. Like, you sent me a chart of the evolutionary path of a single Digimon. Oh, hey, look, there's Ghost with the hat.
Yeah.
That's nice. I'm glad that he made an appearance. I think he's called Soulmon, and he can evolve from Bakumon, which also apparently evolves from, like, the dark version of whatever TK's Digimon. It's a lot. I will say, though, half of these do remind me of Dylan for some reason. And I can't quite put my finger on why.
Oh, Dylan was 100% a Digimon kid. 1,000,000%.
You think our boy Dylan was really hardcore into Digimon?
Well, all in. Yeah, undeniably.
Yep, undeniably. It shaped who he is as a man today.
I think so.
I think so. I will say, I did send him a picture of the Ghost with the hat, and he said it was his favorite.
Hell yeah.
So ultimately, Digimon doesn't quite hold the test of time. Except, would you believe me if I told you, Rem, they've been making new Digimon series recently?
I would. Because it's popular, so like, why not, kinda, but also why?
And would you believe me if I told you that they were pretty solid?
Yeah, it's I'm not like, after seeing this, it's not that I'm like, oh, Digimon can't be good. I'm just like, oh god, the original is so stuck in 90s convention that it hurts me.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, Rem, I have no idea if they're good or not. The only one I watched was Digimon Try, because it comes back to the original squad when they're much older. And I think I watched 3 episodes of it, and I was like, yeah, this is alright. And then completely forgot about it. Apparently the most recent adaptation did not do well.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Ooh, God. 6.78 on Mal. Ooh, that's not great. That's not great by Mal standards. Granted, only 5,000 people spent the time to rate it, but, interesting. At any rate, speaking of Mal scores, Rem, any guesses on what the original Digimon Adventure Mal score is?
Well, let's think for a moment, Shaun. It's no Pui Pui Molcar.
Okay.
Which,
that's the standard you're going to judge everything by.
Which, as we all know, should be a 10 out of 10. If you haven't listened to that episode, listen to it. If you haven't rated it on Mal, rate it. But
it took you it took you that many years to start malpoliticking, huh?
But I would say there's a ton of nostalgia. I think it's a 7.9.
7.9.
I think it's being hard carried by that nostalgia.
All right. Well, Rem, with only, I'm saying only because it's actually kind of surprising. Only 248,000 ratings, which feels like low for a nostalgic piece like this.
Yeah.
Still way higher than a lot of anime we cover, though. Digimon Digital Monsters is sitting nice and pretty at a very lucky 7.77, which
Yeah.
feels weirdly appropriate.
Yeah.
like there had to be a massive luck factor in order for Digimon to have the staying power it did in a lot of ways, or to have the right amount of brainwashing so that our generation will forever remember it, even though, as you have learned, early on, not that great.
See, for me, when it came to Digimon, right, I wasn't a Gen 1 kind of guy.
No. You were a, oh god, what was it? Digimon Tamers?
Fuck if I know what it's... It was the one with the red T-Rex, alright?
This one?
Yeah, damn right it was that one.
Yep, Digimon Tamers.
Yeah, that's my Digimon.
Hashtag, that's my Digimon. Yeah, which is a spin-off, question mark, I think is the word for it. Yeah, nope, it listed as a spin-off from the main storyline. So, hey, you know what, there you go. It came out, oh god, it came out literally, fucking hell, it came out literally a year after the original.
Because nothing
ended.
makes more sense than it going from a T-Rex to mechanical T-Rex to knight in shining armor.
I mean, yeah.
That's just science.
Obviously, science. Oh god, yeah, nope, it's definitely Digimon Tamers, because I just saw the second form of one of the main ones, and I am having traumatic flashbacks to junior high and high school when art was more available and people spread certain images around. Let's see if, because oof, yikes.
I think Shaun became a furry at a surprisingly young age, is what he...
I think
the
no, not a furry, not a furry. Look, I will
Digimon fan to furry pipeline.
No, no,
And
trust me, man.
And now, in a very loving relationship with Judy Hopps. I'm proud of you, bud.
Oh, fuck you, sir. I'm done with you. Let's end the episode. It's gone on long enough. Any chance you want to watch any more Digimon, Rem? And at all?
I'm probably all right.
You sure?
Yeah.
Even if I switch to Digimon Tamers, the one you're more familiar with?
I mean, I'd be interested in, like, briefly checking that one out, but not a lot.
Fair enough. Well, without further ado, thank you all so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. If you enjoyed Remington reliving his childhood and finding out, kinda shit, then please head on over to wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a review, whether that be Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, or wherever. They help us a lot, and we do read every single one. And if that is still not enough for you, you can head on over to twitch.tv/animeoutofcontext, where you can watch myself, Dylan, and Remington occasionally play video games very poorly. And if that is still not enough for you, you can head on over to patreon.com/animeoutofcontext, where you gain access to all kinds of lovely bonus material, things like the 12 Days of April Fools, which, hey, that's 12 bonus episodes that caused me a lot of pain. Go give those a watch. And also have the opportunity to be thanked live on the podcast. So, Rem, who are we thanking this week?
Well, as always, we would like to send our regards to all of our bland bitch protagonists, as well as our magical girls, who we really appreciate. But moving on, we get to our yandere waifus, who are sending all sorts of digital monstrosities after us. And on that list, we have Drunk Quetzalcoatl for Anime Out of Context mascot, says Miska, earnestly expecting praise and a reward. This is nobody. I'm skipping Patreon names until I get apology notes from all who forced me to speak the unspeakable. Shaun, repent you filth. Zombie Stomp.
What did I do?
I don't know.
What? I've said a lot of things, and I feel like I need to repent for a lot, but unless you're bringing in specifics, it's not gonna happen.
Zombie Stomp, Xanax, Yandere Echo, wondering who has the bigger sword, Remington or Kirito? Why Shaun? What's Asuka's favorite hobby? Anything that will connect her to the world and ease her crippling loneliness issues. Weekly haiku about Shaun, he do like Rem, but also enjoys pain. Bring in the anime. Walk Me Home Gently, Totally God's Angel, Titan CNH, time for Rem to learn Japanese because Bochi the Rock is a JP White Sword set. The villain Man Glasses agrees that Remington is the best tsundere and Natsuga wants all his panties. The Suzunator, the penis mightier than the sword. That man is so dumb he could fall into a barrel of tits and still come out sucking his own thumb. Turban, Tainted Venom, Syrup the Turtle, Spicitis. So Shaun, what was in that cup of doom that was definitely not piss? Silent Secondary, Shoujo Addict, who doesn't need help, just more manga to read and anime to watch. Shaun, now supporter of Adam Sandler-themed adult toys, he always was. Shaun, can I
Wait.
poo your mother's ass music? Shaun calls me Little Daddy Rem when he enters my big hole. So going to Kai, that's what she said. Scratch that idea. My 21 will be going to sushi with friends and family after exploring downtown. Cannot wait for the second. Salty Pretzel, Ross Palmer, Rob Loptop, Brandon Williams, Remington Chase is my favorite anime. Rem loves the big hole. Reki Kawahara. Reggie, thanks, Reki. Appreciate the support. Reggie Davis, Rar XD, that's I Love You in Dinosaur. Paco El Musico, Other McNutt, Nitsira, Nick Harvey, Neon Huvo Genesis. My name is Remington. I'm always right now. I'm the podcast messiah and angel, and yes, I judge you for your tastes. Mommy Milkers, Mikeka 7 Hierto, Leave Denji and Pachita out of harm's way, Shaun, Lance 0325, Kylo, Keegan Talbot, Cassidy, Joshua Dinosaur, Jax, Janine, Jamhands, it's Shaun, not Shaun or Shaun. If Haruhi was in the Evangelion universe, either all hell would break loose or Shinji wouldn't need to get into the robot. I, Remington, will ruin Darling in the Franks for Encrypted Cryptid. I, Remington Chase, would like to thank you, Shaun, for our wonderful years of anime reviews and friendship. I need to see a mental health professional because I genuinely miss quarantine times. I don't know what to put here. I declare this an official submission row battle. Meta Fighters ready row battle. Hunter Tane, Hunter Davies. How did Dr. Stone and Attack on Titan share a house? They said, Mikasa Tsukasa. You know what? That's a pretty good one. That's pretty good.
That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid.
Hey, don't cough in my butt.
That's a trilingual joke right there.
It is. Don't cough in my butt. Hey, Shaun's grandma say this. Do, me daddy. Just following orders.
True fact, my grandmother recently was in the hospital, so, you know, that's fun.
Oh, no. No.
So, you know.
Classic comedy.
Yep. Loving that.
Good anime idea part 3. Japanese National Railways. Meanwhile, an extremist group called RJ Pilots, RJ plots to privatize the Japanese National. I feel like we might have missed part 2. Because I don't remember part 2. Going down on
probably because of your move, it took so long for us to record this part 2.
Going down on Shaun's grandma. Oh boy. Nomeo and Juliet's my favorite anime. Glenn Michael Dolan, Farmer Weeb. Wait, that's it. Nothing else, just Farmer Weeb. Fantide, F-Bomb, Evangelion Insanity, Dylan Hayden. Daddy Rem, tell me a bedtime story. Digimon are the champions. Come aboard my Pui Pui Bang Bus Republican, Shaun. Holy shit. Creed 13.
I think I'm gonna kill myself. I think I'm done.
Here to remind you that you just lost the game. Cheese Monkey, Cameron Ashworth, Brockhart for Geodude says, I'm going to take flack for this, but I think Girls Un's Panzer is better than Evangelion. That's the Nazi girls, right?
No. It's keep it short and simple. It's girls, but the sport is tank.
But like Nazi tank.
No.
I don't know.
There are no Nazis in it. It's literally just like, hey, what if school sport was tank battles?
Given the German title, I don't know about that, fam. Brie loves cheese.
Germans aren't exclusively Nazis.
No, but
Rem.
if you're like, hey man, let's talk about let's talk about German tanks, I'm like, okay.
It's not just German tanks though. It's literally it's a lot of different tanks. Like, I'm not defending the show, but
Sounds like
it's
you're
definitely
defending the
not
show.
about Nazis. It's not about Nazis. I can confirm that. If you want a Nazi show, I've got one in the bank, so I can show you.
Brie loves cheese. Brennan's grandma gave me chlamydia. Get checked, Rem. Black Star, Big Blue Bear Boy, Awkward Lesbian who just needs a hug. Angle Angel. Am I alive or am I dead? But what does it mean to live and die? Are we but happy Bara trapped in this big hole? Elise Howard, Alpha Angel. All Misaka is saying is that someone in Academy City must have bioengineered a Molcar by now, insists Misaka with great hope. All hail Lord Helix. AJ Tunnel's going to transcribe anime out of context in Braille so the deaf can suffer and in sign language so the blind can suffer. AJ Honey, A Days, Aaron Hegland, Dot, it's someone's password. I ain't gonna do it's so much. It's so much. Oh wait, but first, to the Boy Wizard tier, there's an abomination upon man of God. I'm not gonna read it. It's just too long.
Yeah, no.
It's too much.
Yeah. Little known fact, guys, if there is something that you put as your Patreon name, if we find it too unreadable, then we do have the right not to read it.
I'll call you Steve.
Call you Steve. You know who you are.
Steve Carmichael. At X8, you are now Steve Carmichael. And all the boy wizards, they're gonna get their own Digimon. So Steve Carmichael, you are going to get Aegiacusmon Green. Vincent Calabrese, you are going to get... Hey, you're going to get Agumon. The Fitness Grand Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues. Students, you are going to get Alphamon. The Dungeon Master next door, you are going to get Armadillomon. The Canadian anime stoner, you are going to get Batterymon. Truly a classic. The Brown Mamba is back after being abducted to Layton, Utah for 2 years. You get Bloom Lordmon. Schmeris, you get Bormon. Shaun, between you and Rem, who's the Seme and who's the Uke? I don't know what that means, but you are gonna get Crowmon.
It's yaoi terms for top and bottom, essentially.
Well, I mean, we all know. Roscop,
it's a simplification, but like it, you know.
Oh yeah, and we all know the answer. Yeah. Roscop, you are going to get Devimon. Roberto with a concerto, you are going to get Darugamon. Patreon readings have gotten insane, changed my mind. You get Dynasmon. Oh, Shaun, real quick, before I forget, we're watching Clandid next week, right? You get Eyesmon. Monogatari ticks all the boxes of what Shaun and Rem ever said they want in an anime. This week's MILFs and Child Death. You get Frozomon. Mike got his Overlord review. You get Fufumon. Miguel DeLeon, you get Galantmon. Massimo Martelli, you are going to get Gaugamon. Latino wrote how much does Shaun love his body pillows in Swedish. You are going to get Garbagemon. L plus ratio, you are going to get Gizamon. I, Remington Chase, hereby vow to finish Sword Art Online. Gomamon. I'm Rem saying that Shaun's grandma's an angel bed, can't hold it back anymore. Alright, we're just gonna quickly give you Grademon. I turn 40 in May. Any chance you can review Healer Girl for my birthday? You are going to get Guapamon. Hellerex, you get Hippogriffamon. For the first 100 episodes, I thought this was a Harry Potter fanfiction podcast. You get Imperial Dragon Fighter Mode. Elden Ring Samurai takes Stormvale Castle, let's go. You get Jagalowimon. Drew the Almighty Monarch of the Big Hole. You are going to get Jumbo Gamemon. Cryptid MILF, you get Jupitermon. Crimson Reapers, just because of the size, you get the Big Hole. Carver 271, you get Kokomon. Boa Hancock is the best waifu, you get Ludamon. Beethoven 1201, you are going to get Magnamon X. Animated Z, you get Master Tyrannomon. Allfather awaits redemption in the eyes of the Lord, 29 weeks left. You are going to get Moonmon. Adam Sandler cosplays as Judy Hopps and cuddles with the MILF hunter Shaun. You get Ordinamon. And now we move on to the inappropriate Joey Wheeler tier, where, as Joey Wheeler, Shaun will read quotes from the Digimon show.
Oh, fuck. Shit.
It'll be great.
Okay. Oh, God, hold on.
And we start, watch Saints Young Men from Rima, R-I-M-A-W. I don't know.
Okay, well, I've got a list of quotes. They're not exactly inspired. Alright, first one I saw. You've picked on the wrong guy's little sister, Mr. Fangface.
Alright, and, what you can do with these, you're gonna put them in your dating profile. That's what you're gonna do with these, alright? So slot that right in.
Oh, man, immediately branding yourself as a siscon. That's gonna go well.
Hey, Rem's girlfriend, what plushie do you want that you don't have? She loves them all. She loves them all. She also has them all.
Oh, I'm so scared. Get him, Greymon.
Oh, God.
These quotes aren't great. I'm telling you right now.
Especially for their dating profiles.
Yeah.
Hermione pegs Harry and Ron.
Who you calling a jerk, jerk?
That one could almost be flirty. My dear old mom.
Whoever compiled these quotes doesn't seem to know what makes an interesting quote. Because this one is just Sora. Like, I'm sure he said that multiple times.
Real emotional.
Yeah.
Next we move on to Blood Cell. Can't wait for the 10th anniversary when Shaun takes Rem to Mari's show to see if he's Samantha's dad.
Has anybody noticed? We talk a lot about food.
You know, that one could also be fitting on the dating profile.
Yeah, no, like I specifically was like, yeah, you know what? That's a good one. That's an alright one.
Thanks for tuning in. If you want to reach out, whether it's for a comment, question, feedback, or recommendation, you can tweet us at AnimeConPod on Twitter, or send an email over onto animeoutofcontext@gmail.com.
Oh my god, I just realized. I'm looking at all of the Japanese names right next to their English nicknames. They literally take just like the first one of the random kanji or sounds in their name, and then just be like, yeah, that's their name now. Because Matt's name is Ishida Yamato.
Yep.
So they're just like Yamato Matt. Perfect. So weirdly better than what Pokemon did.
Yeah.
Like, it's like
There's at least some essence there. It's both lazier, but also more fitting.
Yeah, because a lot of them take from the last names, like Koshiro Izumi, for Izzy. It's like, okay, I see what they're doing, but they really did not know what to do with TK, because it's literally just his initials. It's just his initials. So, you know. But yeah, no, so with that, once again, thank you all so much for tuning in. We love and appreciate you very, very much. And as always, don't fuck your sister. I think a Rapidash would be pretty cool.
I think Shaun became a furry at a surprisingly young age, is what he...
Plus, if it trusts me, it'll let me,
Fuck its horse pussy.
There's a whole anime about that. Now, a lot of people are gonna be asking me, hey Shaun, why didn't you just show Remington the movie? Well, there's a simple answer to that.
Fuck you.
Life or death or Digimon? What are the choices?
Cake, please.